Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sagaviryam Karavavai Tejasvinavadhi Kamastu Vidvishavadai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Having settled that, in the matter of dharma jignasa, purusha tantra, the person's will, the individual's will is there. Purusha vyapara tantratva, tantram apekshate, etc. is there. Whereas here, there is no the purusha's will, it is not involved here in Brahmavidyananda. With reference to karma, kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatava kartum shakyam is there. It's all purusha tantra. Purusha's will, the individual's will is there. Whereas here, jnatum shakyam, ajnatum shakyam, anyatavatu jnatum shakyam, in the pramana vyapara it is not there. As is the vastu, so true to the vastu, the pramana reveals. Yatha tata darshanam, it is there. That is jnana. Therefore, the involvement of will, etc. is not there here. Ajnatum shakyam, anyatava jnatum shakyam, that is not applicable here. If anyata person janati, then it is Brahma only, error only. Ajnatum na janati means there is some pratibandha only. There is no, that's not the pramana vyapara. Therefore, pramana swarupa is that there is no vikalpa in that. Vikalpa is only where there is purusha's will, the individual's will, etc. is there. Alright. Continuing. Tasmat kimapi vaktavyam yadanantaram brahma jignasa upadishyate iti. So that is to be categorically arrived at, stated. Vaktavyam yadanantaram, immediately following which brahma jignasa upadishyate. That is said here. Sutrakrita, it is taught here, it is mentioned here, upadishyate. Answer. Uchyate nitya nitya vastu vivekaha iha mutrartha pal bhoga viragaha samadamadi sadhana sampate mumukshutvam cha. This is the hetu. What immediately precedes Brahma Vichara. What following this only Brahma Vichara is immediately it follows. So Bhashyakara will say, by Anvayatireka, he will point out that when these are there, the sadhana chatushtaya is there, then Brahma Vichara proceeds. If these are not there, there is no Brahma Vichara, there is no jnana iti. Points out. Now, nitya nitya vastu vivekaha iti. This ascertainment of seeing all the loka pariksham kritva, pariksha lokam iti. Loka pariksha, all that we see and all that is said in the Shastra regarding Swarga, etc., which are all karma phala, seeing that they are anitya iti. And then whereas nitya is the apata jnana, paroksha jnana, that Brahma is nityam, atma nityaha iti. This, I am a seeker of nitya vastu, nitya phala. I am not anymore a seeker of anitya iti, this vivekaha. Knowing the distinction between what is eternal and what is fleeting, temporary, anitya iti. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha iti. Nasti akritaha kritena iti. Kritena karmana, what is produced as a karma phala, that is not nitya. Akritaha nasti. What is not krita, what is not a result gotten in time, in place, by something, etc., by doing something, etc. That akritaha kritena nasti. Nitya vastu cannot be produced. Whatever that is produced, that is anitya only. Gatavat. This sharira also, the anitya is evident. Loka prasiddha it is. It is changing, evident. So, this itself is known as anitya. Sharira itself is anitya. Then what to talk of our belongings, our possessions, our ideas, they also change. So they are all anitya only. Agama apayinaha iti. Sita, Ushna, Sukadayinaha, Matra, Sparshaha, Agama apayinaha, anityaha. Sukha, Dukkha experience are all anitya iti vivekaha. This viveka is very important. Based on this alone, the next steps, that is vairagya, next sadhana, vairagya comes. So Tikakara points out here that in the introductory portion itself, in the introduction itself, the Tikakara has pointed out all this is mentioned. Therefore, he says vivekadinam agamikyatvena pramanikatvam purastadeva uttam. We have already pointed out in the introduction that these are gotten from Upanishad itself, Veda itself. Alright. The Viveka. Then, Iha Amutra Artha. Artha is the Vishaya, object of enjoyment. And then, Arthasya Bhoga. The commitment, the inclination, the craving to have enjoyments, pleasures, which are Iha and Amutra, here and hereafter. Here in this world, in this Janma, Amutra, after this Janma, elsewhere, anywhere else, any number of Janma, any other number of places, any number of lokas. Iha Amutra Phala Artha Bhoga Viragaha, Vairagya. When has this Viveka with reference to Nitya and Anitya, and one has the clarity with reference to that, I want Nitya, I am a seeker of Nitya only, Anityena Kim Prajaya Karishyamaha iti. Tavaiva Vahaha Tavanritya Gite Yenaham Na Amritasyam Tenaham Kim Kuryam. This is Viveka. The Viveka gives rise to the clarity with reference to that, the direction. When one is sure that I want Nitya only, then there is automatically the person loses any enchantment, any craving for the sadhanas towards Anitya. That is the Vairagya. When you know that this is Nitya, Moksha is Nitya, Atma is Nitya, Brahma is Nitya, and I seek that. Nitya means freedom, fullness. That's what I am seeking. When you are very clear about that, then you are not drawn drawn towards what is Anitya. Some carryover is there, some skara carryover, some kashaya carryover is there, some karma carryover is there. They may distract the person temporarily, but again, after they get expended, the prarabdha vega, samskara vega, kashaya vega, when that gets expended away, it doesn't last forever, it goes away. And if the person takes the antidote, the necessary remedial measures, it goes away still quicker. So it goes kashaya, samskara, vasana, karma, whatever that is, pravritti towards Anitya, with a sense of craving, wanting. I want this, without this I am unfulfilled. That craving is already weak, and then it goes away also gradually. That is then the person is all focus, all attention. That is, the whole life is, the whole person is automatically, naturally, with ruchi, abhiruchi, with the ruchi, drawn towards what is nitya, drawn towards the sadhana for knowing, understanding, owning that nitya. That is the vairagya. There is no pralobanam anymore. It cannot be enamored with certain worldly or otherworldly accomplishments. Siddhi, etc., they don't hold any charm for the person. So, viraga. Iha mutra phalabhoga viraga. All right. Swami used to mention seeing the absence of connection between what one is really seeking. That clarity. What I am seeking is nitya. And then, is there a connection between what I am seeking? I am seeking nitya. Between the nitya which I am seeking and what I am doing now. What I have craving for, etc. Is there a connection between what I really want and what I am doing? See if there is any connection. Then, if there is real, it has to be analyzed, and then with all the pramana, with necessary yukti, one needs to analyze. If the answer is that yes, what I am doing is the upaya, the sadhana, or part of the sadhana, for me to gain what I am seeking, then there the pravritti is there. This is vairagya. And suppose the person finds that what I am doing is not going to lead me to purnatva, and that is what that I am seeking, and therefore the absence of connection is seen then between what one wants and what one is doing. Then the person withdraws from what one is doing now, because there is no connection. It's not going to give me what I am seeking. Kim prajaya karishyamaha dhanena va karmana dhanena etc. etc. I am not going to get this. Therefore, seeing the connection, the conviction is there, then the person naturally loses interest in all this. Because the interest is in doing what is to be done. Where there is connection between what one is doing and what one wants. Therefore, the interest in that, which does not have any connection with what one wants, right, nityatva, that is vairagya. Objectivity is there, dispassion. It's not hatred, not this smasana vairagya, etc. Prasava vairagya, smasana vairagya. This lady tells, she gave birth to her fourth child. Okay. And she says, this is all painful, no more birth. Okay. Next year, she says the same thing. Okay. This is Prasava vairagya, they call. And then there is smasana vairagya. Somebody very dear, very near passed away. And then this fellow goes to attend the funeral and all that, goes. And then really starts actually thinking, what is life? ये आदमी कल था, हम दोनों चाय पी रहे थे बैठ के. We were having a cup of tea together. And today this fellow is not there. What is life? What is this? What is the ephemeral? Just like a flicker, we just come and go. What is all this meaning of this life? In this small period of life, that called existence, called life, we make quarrel with each other, we quarrel with each other, okay. We fight with each other, we hate each other, we dislike, doubt each other, suspect each other. What is all this nonsense? Meaningless. Why should I quarrel with somebody? Why not I enjoy the presence of something? If something is good, why not I enjoy that? Why should I go on finding fault with somebody? Why should I go on doubting with somebody, suspecting somebody, angry with somebody? It's all meaningless. This is true. It's all correct. Yes. Why should we keep on fighting with each other? No? When there is no time to fight with each other. No? There is only time to enjoy the togetherness. If we invoke the goodness, if we see the goodness in the other, there is only time to enjoy the goodness. There is no time to quarrel and fight and all. These are all silly, idiotic. This is idiotic. Quarreling is all idiotic. We do that. What is all this? What is the value of all this? I own this car, I own this house, what's all this? Then comes home. This fellow is so much so good. Okay? These are all valid. It's all correct. It's all correct. Comes home and then sees some silver tumbler, something lying outside. Okay? When he calls, immediately he called. Hey! Calls his wife. What is this? Do you have any understanding, value for this? Our glasses, this is lying outside. You are take it inside. Smasana Vairagya is gone. Okay, it's called Smasana Vairagya. Triggered by some event, some happening, some experience, but then it doesn't take roots. Right? It doesn't have any impact on the person's thinking first, and then doesn't have any impact on the actions and the choice of the choosing response. It doesn't have any impact. It's called Manda Vairagya. Smasana, not even Manda Vairagya. It's called Smasana Vairagya. That is not what is said here. Tivra Vairagya, Drida Vairagya, Lokan Parikshya, Pari, Samantad, Ikshanam Krutva, analyzing the Sadhana Sadhyam Parikshya, Nirvedam ayat, Nasti Akritaha Kritena iti. That is what is materialist Vairagya. Alright. When a person is very clear about what one wants, this is moksha, nitya is what I am seeking, then there is a natural moving away from the unconnected, irrelevant, unproductive pursuits. That is natural. That is called Vairagya. Vairagya here. Alright. And these sadhanas help each other. They help. We all have this. We all have the potential, at least have this. We have an infinite potential for a lot of things. Our mind, we have. Body has its limitation. It has a limited potential, yes. How much can I lift? How long can I jump? Okay. How many hours I can keep on running? They have limited. These are bodily limitations. But mind is limited only by our own ignorance and confusions and our own pet notions and beliefs. That's all the confinement. But once we are able to break through certain these limitations, then it is an infinite capacity, a limitless capacity is there for us. So Viveka Vairagya we all have, but Viveka with reference to what? Vairagya with reference to what? It is relative Vairagya, positional, relative Vairagya. I have Vairagya towards my enemy, okay? I have my Vairagya towards, whatever happens to the fellow, I don't care, okay? I have Vairagya towards my enemy, Tulyaha Mitrari Pakshayo, it's in the Gita. When I can extend with to everything, including my own Sharira, my own Ahankara, then that is Vairagya. Therefore, we all have little bit we have, but we need to nurture that. See these, nurture these values. These are the noble values. These are the elevating traits, noble values. All right, and these are necessary for Brahma Jignasa. All right. So all right. Therefore, each of the sadhana helps another in the toning, in nurturing, nourishing the other sadhana. They are paraspara, they are sahayaka. If Viveka is not there, then Vairagya, Anitya, Nitya, Anitya, Viveka Vastu, Viveka is not there, then Vairagya towards what? It's not, it cannot be there. Then Vairagya is not there. Samadama are irrelevant. It's not possible. Why restrain myself? When I don't have Vairagya, why should I withdraw from something? Why should I engage in something that is not? Purposefulness is not there. Samadhamadi cannot be there. When they are not there, mumukshutva is non-functional. Therefore, Viveka brings in Vairagya, Vairagya brings in Sama, Sama brings in Dhamma, etc. Is there, and then they bring in Mukshutva. Bring in means they strengthen. Yes, it is there. The reverse also happens. Vairagya helps further Viveka. Samadhamadi helps further Vairagya Viveka. That way also it happens. Alright. Then Samadhi Shakka iti. Samadhamadi sadhana sampati. We know this. So Tika Karasi said, Laukika Vyaparat Manasaha Uparamaha Samaha. Manasaha Uparamaha. Finding the quietude, withdrawing from the mundane activities. Here with reference to, he is talking with reference to sannyasi, he is talking about. For here, Laukika Vyapara, mundane Vyapara, reducing them to the extent possible and necessary. Doing that much that is necessary, do the necessary thing. Like snana. Yes, I should have. Snana is necessary. But the question is, how much time do I spend in the shower? Okay. Is it 10 minutes or 2 hours? Okay. Just I need shower, fine. This body needs to be clean, 5-10 minutes is good enough. Okay. So like that, withdrawing from the Laukika Vyapara, which do not, those Vyaparas which do not help, which go on consuming time. It is not that we cut out every Laukika Vyapara. Some basic, some necessary, minimum is necessary. For Saucha, etc., that's all necessary. Health, etc., that's necessary. Other than that, the unnecessary, redundant Vyaparat, Manasaha Uparamaha Samaha. Here, it is the person. Samaha, when you say mind, etc., but it is the person that is at question here. Manaha is an instrument. If I decide to use my mind in this way, then mind will comply. It may have some initial deviation, but then it will come around. I can bring it around. Before, the reference, the person who has a mind, whose mind is such that it withdraws from the unnecessary, fruitless, redundant of the activity. Laukika Vyapara, that is the Samaha. Then, with reference to expression, that is Damaha. Bhashya Karana Karananam Uparamaha Damaha. When I express something bodily, when I say something, it must be such that it must be appropriate. It must be proper, keeping the other person's dignity in mind, other person's honor in mind. My expression should be other person's freedom. Not only other persons, other living beings, all other living beings, their freedom to live, their freedom to what they are, right? Their dignity. Even a monkey has its own dignity. I have to give the dignity. Dignity is not something which is demanded. It is something given. You respect. That is the respect. Okay? Now you don't demand. It's not something demanded. It's something given. Respect is something given to others. Dignity is something given. It's not that you should respect me. Do I respect you? That is the question. Do I give you the respect that you deserve? That is possible for me to express? That is the question. So, propriety of expression, anger, etc., is not a license to do whatever I like, say whatever I like. Right? Non-hurtful ahimsa comes in here, in Dhamma only. So, not saying something which will hurt others, not doing something which will hurt others, not doing something, saying something which will harm the dignity, the respect of the others, threaten others. Here others mean not just people, all life forms. All life forms. Even if one is anger or something, but they see to that the expression is that such a way that it does not cause harm. doesn't hurt. It is possible to express whatever one's emotions in a healthy way. That is the Dhammaha. That is proper expression is my dignity, right? That is the dignity, self-dignity. Improper expression, I demean myself. I lower myself. In my own eyes, I put down myself. When I do something improper, when I say something hurtful, I lower myself in my own eyes. Atmanam atmana uddharet. What is that? Uddharet atmana atmanam. Na atmanam avasadayet. Don't lower yourself. Lowering yourself is not ego. It is an expression. I lower myself when I express something inappropriate, something hurtful, something which is demeaning, which lowers the other's dignity, honor. When I do something which is hurtful and takes away the honor, that is lowering the dignity, that is lowering oneself. It's not self-pride, etc. That is not the meaning here. Not ego-puffing, that is not the meaning. So Dhammaha is proper expression. Here willpower has to play an important role. By will, even though I am angry, there's a reaction happening. I suspect there's a reaction happening. Don't go along with it. That is the most important thing. Don't give expression to an anger in a way, such a way that, or jealousy or suspicion, in such a way that it hurts. Don't do that. Here we have to express our willpower. We put our foot down, as they say. We put our foot down. I am not going to express this way. I am not going to say this. I am not going to do this gesture. Rather, I will do it. I will express in such a way that it is gentle. It's not hurtful. This is Dhammaha. Willpower is necessary. Help, certain emotional help may be taken. Help may be taken when possible. And then Ishvara Kripa, Bhagavan's Anugraha is necessary. Ask for it. Pray for Anugraha. Pray for Bhagavan's grace. Pray. Be prayerful. Only a prayerful person will understand Atma Tattva, etc. Only a prayerful person can be a Mukta. A Bhakta. Only a Bhakta will be able to understand all this Jnana Tattva. So being prayerful is very important. Ishvara Kripa is necessary. Also here in Dhamma, Samatvam Yogaha Uchyate, Siddhya Siddhyoho Samaha Bhutva iti. By the practice of Karma Yoga, right, one is able to invoke the Samatva in that. Maryada. Keep our Maryada. The boundary of honor. That's the Maryada. Important. This much is very popular now. Freedom of speech, freedom of action now. That's all bunkam. There is no absolute freedom of speech. It should not be there. Absolute freedom of action should not be there, because other people are also there. If you are the only person in the world, there is no other life form, then you say whatever you want, then you do whatever you want. Otherwise, because other people are also there, you can do something which will not violate others' freedom. As long as it does not violate others' freedom, you are not cutting into somebody's freedom, your speech is, you are free. You have freedom of speech, you have freedom of action. As long as it does not harm anyone, you have freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is not absolute. Freedom of action is not absolute, because there are other life forms also. They also have their own freedom. Right? Therefore, this is all Dhammaha. So, Bhashya Karananam Uparamaha Dhammaha. This tapas, in the practice of tapas, one trains oneself. Who will train me? I alone have to train myself. I alone have to do that. You cannot do it for me. No. If you do, it's for you. I alone have to do that. Therefore, tapas, etc. All that's all taken only for the sake of discovering the person in myself who has damaha, dantaha. So, samadhana, they are words used from the Upanishad. Upanishad says, Brihadaranyaka says, shantaha, dantaha, uparataha, titikshu. That's a better word than samadhana. So, I am the person who has sama, that is shantaha. I am the person who has damaha, who practices dhamma, that is dantaha. So, the person, it refers to, they are the better words, shantaha, dantaha. Because they are person. I am the whole person. The whole person is involved in that. And I am the one who is samaha, shantaha, dantaha iti. So, all these are all damaha iti. So, if samaha is not there, is not coming helping, then damaha helps in the atoning, in nourishing the samaha. Samaha helps in damaha, dhamma helps in sama, that is all there. Alright. Then, uparatihi. Tikakara says, jnanartham vihita nityadi karma sanyasaha uparatihi. So, uparatihi means peace, cessation, withdrawing, that is the meaning. From the anartha first, adharma first. Withdraw from adharma. Don't do acts of adharma. Himsa is adharma. Asatya, anrita is adharma. All that kama, krodha, that is the mother, matsarya, going along with them is all only, it's not helping. Kamaha, krodhaha, lobaha, these are all, they trigger the person into, they are narakasya dvara, trividam, narakasya dvaram. So, these are not going along with that adharma, that is uparatihi first. Then, as the person grows out of this pravritti towards adharma, that is gained by pravritti towards dharma only. We deliberately take to dharma so that we are free from adharma pravritti. It is not at the end of adharma pravritti, dharma pravritti will come. No. You deliberately take to dharma pravritti and cultivate the habits, neutralize the adharma pravritti, samskara, kashaya. Therefore, you will naturally not take to adharma. Right? It's impossible for you to take to adharma. Dharma pravritti alone helps in adharma pravrittehe nivritti. Nivritti from adharma, dharma pravritti alone helps. Dharma pravritti is very, very important. Very, very important. So keep doing what is to be done. What is proper for you. What is your dharma. Keep doing that. Don't give in to the impulses which make the person go into adharma. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannati vashneya baladiva niyojitah. Sri Bhagavan uvacha kamayesha krodayesha rajoguna samudbhava vidyenam iha vairinam tayoha vasam na agache tauhi asya paripantinav. Not succumbing to adharma tendencies. That is tapas. Tapas is not just going to the forest and then not eating, standing on one leg, etc. Surrounded by fire. That is okay. That's all kayika. But here, this is tapas. Adharmat nivrittihi is tapaha. Dharme pravrittihi is tapaha. Damaha is tapaha. Samaha is tapaha. Satyam is tapaha. So, by deliberately withdrawing from adharma and then engaging yourself in dharma, thereby only taking to dharma. And then there also further refinement is there. Kamya karmas, they are given up by maturity. Gradually kamya karmas are given. Then the vihita karma, nitya karma is there. Then that also one transcends that also. Even that nitya karma is given up, if it is there. Therefore, vihita nityadi karma sanyasaha iti uparatihi, the Tikakara says here. It all starts with adharmat nivrittihi iti. So by here says sannyasaha iti. What for sannyasaha? Not for attracting namaskara, dakshina and all that. Call me Swami, call me Mahatma Ji, Maharaj Ji. That's again ego only. Adhyasa only. But then, sanyasya shravanam kuryat. Only for shravanadi sannyasa. That is the sampradaya. Sanyasya shravanam kuryat. Shravanadi karanat, not to shravanadi only sannyasa. That is the sampradaya. Therefore, the rudiyartha uparati for rudiyartha uparati sannyasa. That's not the vyutpatti artha. Vyutpatti means cessation, quietude, withdrawing. That is the meaning. Rudiyartha is sannyasa. That is that. For doing shravana is the uparati. In the also the acharyas mentioned vihita karanameva uparatihi. Sannyasa uparati atava vihita karanam eva. That is at the other level. Avihita akaranam. And how do I overcome the tendency to do what is avihita, adharma? Vihita karana cultivates in me the habit. A habit is changed by another habit. A bad habit is changed only by a good habit. Only a good habit will change the bad habit. You don't wait for the bad habit to go from away. It won't go away. It won't. It will find its own excuse to survive. Therefore, only a good habit will change the bad habit. Only that will do that. We do see people, somebody, like, want to quit smoking. Okay. They have been happily smoking for some years, and then finally some congestion in the lungs, etc. comes, starts coughing. Then the doctor advises, you should quit smoking. Otherwise, you will leave the world quickly, faster than you expect. Okay. Then the fellow wants to survive. Then how do I quit? Start chewing gum. Okay. Chewing gum, you start there. Okay. Then start chewing gum. Chewing gum with the nicotine, etc. Which will taste like cigarette. Okay. Chewing gum tastes like cigarette, etc. There. Starts chewing. Usko chhod diya, isko pakad liya. Then now the person cannot remain without chewing gum. In as much the fellow gave up, smoking is good. But then, dusre ko pakad liya, now the fellow cannot drop this habit. So, then we have to give up that also. Yena tyajasi, tat tyaja. So, that also has to be given up. We have such a stronghold over us. The stronghold is given by us. We give reality to all that. We give the strength to our own thinking. It is not that the thought is strong, the habit is strong. No. We give the strength to all our habits and thoughts. The thought and habit or whatever is only as strong as we give. As much as strength we give only. We give reality, we give strength to all this. Otherwise that's all, they don't have any strength of itself. Right? I want this, I need this. This is the strength given by us so that they survive. They are just like shadows. They don't have any existence of other than you. Minus you, the shadow doesn't have an existence. So, we need to see the fallacy in all this, and then we need to withdraw from all that. Uparatihi, vihita karanam. It's better to keep doing what Shastra says. Just do that. It will definitely benefit. It's much better than your independent thinking and doing nonsense. Right? So, nahi kaschit kshanamati jatu tishtati akarma kriti. Nahi dehavrita sakyam tyaktum karmani aseshataha. So, when you are planning to give up something, then what do you plan to do with the energy, with the time, with your mental energy, mental time, with your physical energy? What do you want to do? What do you plan to do? There must be a clear plan. And that should be with something higher, something nobler. You can give up something for something nobler. That is wise giving up. Without a clear plan, you give up, then you are Trishanku. Nahi deha brita shakyam. Not out of the fantasy value or something you give up. But there must be a purpose, higher purpose, clarity should be there. Till then, vihita karanam, keep doing vihitam. Thereby, you will be free from papa. Naivam papam avapsyasi. So, you will not gain papa. And you will be free from the guilt also. Guilt will not be there. And when you do vihita karana, that within dharma, you see to that, you are not hurting also. Therefore, the sense of hurt also will not be there. You will not also get hurt because you know the boundaries, and then you refuse to take the hurt. You take the lesson, but you refuse to take the hurt. You don't hurt others deliberately, and you don't get hurt. You refuse to take the hurt. You accept only the lesson from that. Okay. So, vihita karanam is uparatihi. Then, titiksha, sitoshnavi, dvandva sahanam. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam, apratikara purvakam, chinta vilapa rahitam, sa titiksha nigadyate. Viveka Chudamani. The more important thing in that is chinta vilapa rahitam. Without pralapa, in Tamil there is the word polambal, okay? Ulla polambal, ulla polambal. All aranya, what is it? I'm just looking for the English word. What do you say in Hindi? Going on? Going the grieving inside, mumbling inside within, okay? Not mumbling, some word. Okay. Chinta vilapa rahitam. You are not affected. Mun me. Mun. Tamil, that Tamil, munumunu. That is Tamil word, munumunu. Munumunu. Something, some sound. Inaudible sound, you make sound, okay? You say your object you don't like, you don't grouse, grumbling, then inner grumbling all the time, the eternal grumbler, okay? You are dissatisfied with that, with this, with that. This is not happening, that is not happening, you expected this didn't happen, this much did not happen, that hadn't happened, so and so is not okay. Food is not okay, water is not okay, sun is not okay, moon is not okay, cold is not okay, wind is not okay, rain is not okay, it is not okay, Ganga is not okay, Ganga is not okay, you are not okay. No, nobody is okay. Going on grumbling within, munu-munu-tam. Vilapa-rahitam, chinta-vilapa-rahitam, prasada-buddhi, samatvam yogaha iti. Resolve the complaint within. Any complaint, resolve within. Is it necessary to really express it? Is it really necessary to go along with the complaining idea? Is it necessary? Can I handle it? Can I handle it in a better way? Can I come out of this complaining self? Can I handle it in a better way, mature way, without the dissatisfaction, without the grouse, without the bitterness. Without bitterness can I resolve. Try as much as possible. Can I resolve something without lingering bitterness in my mind? Chinta vilaparahitam sahanam. And Bhagavan points out, these are all agama payi. As I said yesterday, no? These are all like a fly sitting on an elephant. These come and go. This doesn't define your life. This doesn't define you. Then when it does not define me, does not define my life, why should I take it as equate this with my life? This is my life. something didn't happen, then I am broken, just heavens have fallen. Okay. So, chinta vilapa rahitam, which cannot be resolved, you cannot try for pratikara, try to remedy. Certain things are remediable, certain things are not remediable. Then with reference to what is not at all remediable, or to the extent which is not remediable, apratikara. What is not remediable, you just take it in your stride. Okay, that's how it is. You move forward. You don't get stuck in the, this is not remediable, this is not remediable, no need to go on worrying about that. With reference to what can be changed, you don't have to worry. Why? Because it can be changed for the good, for the better. With reference to what cannot be changed, you don't have to worry. Why? There is no point anyway. It cannot be changed. And with reference to something which can be partly changed and partly not changed, what about that? As much as it can be changed, don't worry. As much as it cannot be changed, no point in worrying. Therefore, there is no reason for worrying whatsoever. It's all habit. Worrying is a habit. We worry about what others think. Right? Somebody looks at it, then we are worried. This fellow is frowning at me. This fellow wants to poo-poo me, criticize me, hurt me. These are all idiocy. A lot of idiots are sitting inside us. We are suffering because of us only, not because of anybody else. We are suffering because of the idiocy sitting in us, the foolishness sitting in us. Nobody else is causing a hurt. We are hurting ourselves. We should see this as daylight. Nobody is hurting us. Everybody is busy doing their own lives. They are doing their own karma is playing out. But we are hurting ourselves by our own follies and idiocies and all that. We suffer unnecessarily and we cause suffering also unnecessarily. Alright. So, titiksha, right? Iha amutra, that is Sita Ushna Adi Dvandva Sahanam. It is, comes and goes. This is how it happens. Changes nature. So therefore I am not worried about the changes. I am not bothered about the changes. I handle changes. To face situations and then handle them intelligently, to best of one's ability, knowledge and intention, titiksha, and leave the rest to Bhagavan. Even what I do, that's also I do as an offering to Bhagavan. What I cannot do, that's also an offering to Bhagavan only. Kamo karshit, manyura karshit. What I can change, right? And I can do, it is necessary, it is good. For the better, I do and then do an offering to Bhagavan. What I cannot change, straight away offering to Bhagavan. You take care of. Sometimes the letters come, when mail comes, okay? Then as it comes, certain things we open and then take the action and then we reply. And some mail we come and immediately we redirect the mail. We don't even open it. Something which I cannot handle, which is beyond my capacity, I cannot remedy this, straight away put it to Bhagavan. Redirect to Bhagavan. Right. Bhagavan, you take care of this. Up to you. And then whatever I can do, I do it and then offer as an offering to Bhagavan. Ishvara iti. Titiksha iti. Tij. Titiksha. Then samadhanam. Nidra alasya pramada tyagena manaha stitihi manastitihi samadhanam. Without giving into this slothfulness, laziness, dispiritedness, grouchiness, pramada, indifference to be with reference what is to be done, and then engaging in what is not to be done, that is pramada. Indifference, etc. To be with reference what is to be done. Kartavye, in what is to be done. Aruchihi is pramada. No interest in what is to be done, that is pramada. And we see in the Sanat Sujata says, pramadam mrityumaham bravimi. This indifference is real death. This is a real death. If I am indifferent with reference to what is to be done, mama kartavya, then I am dying, I am dead. Is that death? Pramadam mrityumaham bravimi iti sanajana. Pramada is the great killer. It is the one is the killer means one kills oneself. When it is, one is pramada is there. Pramada tyagena, giving up. These are all rajasa and tamasa, giving up them. Manastitihi, ekagrata, understanding the clear understanding of priority. Priorities have to be very clear. Samadhanam, ekagrata. All right. Then sarvatra astikata shraddha. Shraddha is the next one. Titiksha samadhanam shraddha. Astikata. Sarva prakarena. Seeing the goodness in things, in life, in creation, in things, in people, that is shraddha. Look for what is good. Don't look for perfection. You won't find perfection because perfection is very, very subjective. You yourself keep on changing what is your perfection. Who is a perfect husband? Who is a perfect wife? Who is a perfect neighbor? Who is a perfect employee? Who is a perfect relation? It's all subjective. Subjective means we ourselves change all this. Sometimes we say this is perfect. Sometimes we say no, that is not perfect. Something else we say this is perfect. Perfection is subjective. Goodness is the reality. Goodness is the reality. Something good, you appreciate that. If you look for perfection, you look for defects. Automatically you look for defects in others. Pararandra, anveshana will keep on doing. That doesn't bring in peace. That only distracts. That only disturbs, agitates the person. Pararandra anveshana. Going on finding the defect falls in. We are all doing it. I get complaints. It's all because of this buddhi only. Pararandra anveshanam. Finding out the fault in others. Right? Fault finding. We do that. We are not going to be happy by doing that. We are not going to see any perfection. Can I see in myself? Can I see perfection? The answer is a clear no. When I am not perfect, then my outlook, my knowledge is all imperfect. With my imperfect knowledge, with my imperfect outlook, with all the imperfect kashayas and all that, I am trying to find out perfectness. How am I going to find out perfection? How am I going to find out? Even if some Bhagavan comes in front of me, I will say, I will find fault with Bhagavan also. You have Parapaksha, etc. I will find fault with Bhagavan. Ishvara himself, I will find fault. This is a myth. Perfection is a myth as far as I am concerned. It's a myth. Goodness is a reality, is a stark reality, is life. So nurture goodness, appreciate goodness in the other. That is life. That is happiness. Therein lies in peace. That you are helping others by that way. Appreciate the goodness in the others, you are helping the other. You find fault, you are not helping yourself, you are not finding anybody else. You are not helping. Therefore, try to find the goodness in the world, in things, in situations, in events, in people. Trying to look for goodness in that. That is intelligence. That is wisdom. That is maturity. That is proper. That is astika buddhi. That is shraddha. So look for the sarvatra. Tikagara sarvatra astikata. Asti sat iti. That buddhi. Sat buddhi. There is always something good in everything. There is always something good. If only you have the eye for it. If only you have the appreciative mind for it. There is always something good. You take that and leave it. Leave the rest. You leave the rest. If you look for perfect wife, you will never get married. You will never remain married. If you look for perfect husband, you will never. You look for in the West it is common now, partner. Okay, you will never find a perfect partner. There is no perfect partner. You can be a good partner, that is good enough. You can be a good husband. You can be a good wife. You can be a good son. You can be a good daughter, brother, sister, citizen. You can be a good employee or employer. You can be, that's within your hands. Like the saying goes, no? Sarvahi sampadaha yasya santushtam manasam. Nanu charmavrita Nanu charmaguda padasya niguda padasya charmavrita nanu buhu iti. I want to walk all over the earth, but then there should not be no pebbles, no thorns, no glass pieces to pierce, to hurt me. What is the practical solution? I try to cover the entire, carpet the entire earth. It's an impractical, unwise thing. It's the unwisest thing to do. Change the world, carpet the entire world. The world is rough, hurting. So carpet the entire world. No, not even a fool has tried this, okay? Even a fool has acted wisely in this matter. The only possible thing is, wisest thing is to cover your feet with the shoes. Enough. Upanat niguda padasya nanu charma vrita iva buhu. I cover my feet with the shoes, the entire world is carpeted, as good as carpeted. Practical. I go and try to change the world, it is never going to happen. I change myself. Yes, that is wisdom, that is practicality, that can happen. When I change the world, at least the world is free from one rogue, okay? One fellow's roguishness, at least the world is free from. The world doesn't have to bother from my roguishness. At least the world is free, at least do that much. Minimum. At least I will not be a problem to the world. That's the minimum. There may be a billion rogues, maybe, but one rogue less. The world doesn't have to worry about this fellow, this idiot, this fool, this rogue, okay? This roguishness. The world doesn't have to worry about. That much the world, you are giving freedom to the world. This is possible. So, try to bring about the changes within. Don't look for perfection in others. Appreciate the goodness and leave the rest to Ishvara. Leave it. Just don't touch it. When you go to a market, you buy, you take what you need, what you want to buy, you take and leave the rest. And when you walk to the market, there are so many things that you happen to see on the way, something good to see, look at, something not good to look at, some durgandha also comes. You just go. You are not waylaid by all this because you are focused. You go to the place where you want to go, you buy what you want to buy, that much you buy and come. That is correct. You don't leave the rest. So look for goodness and leave the rest. Like the Kshira Ambu, Viveka, like the wise bird, swan does. Takes the Kshira and then leaves the Ambu, water, it doesn't grahana. It takes the milk and then leaves the water. Take the good. Yet sarabhutam tat grahyam. Take the essence, take the goodness and leave the rest. You don't grow by looking at the badness. If you don't grow, you are not helping yourself. You are not doing justice to yourself and you are not doing justice to anybody else also. There is astikata, shraddha. वेदांत वाक्य गुरु वेदांत वाक्य आस्तिक बुद्धि वो तो बहुत दूर है, रहने दो. Let it be there elsewhere, long distance it is. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Astika Satyatva Buddhi Satyata Avadharana. That is the Shraddha. Pending understanding the truth, we have the, yes, this I take it as a pramana. I take it as Guru Vakya, as pramana, as valid. I don't dismiss just because I don't understand, just because I don't believe it is so, I don't think it is so. Don't dismiss. You try to before dismissing the Guru Vakya, before dismissing Vedanta Vakya, try to analyze your own thinking. Put your thinking, your belief under the scanner, which people don't do. They can assume that my thinking is right, my framework is right, and then dismiss others. Right? Don't do that. Put your own thinking, your own set of values, your own outlook under the scanner. See whether it is flawed, whether anyone can correct that. So there there are a lot of holes, lot of defects in one's own outlook, one's own thinking, one's own set of beliefs, values. Lot of defects are there. Scan them, inspect them, scrutinize them before dismissing. And when we really, that is Shraddha. Then when we look at that, we keep the trust in that till pending discovery. We inquire till we understand that. We don't dismiss it as false, as incorrect. We don't dismiss. Don't be dismissive at the very outset. After thorough inquiry with all the means properly done, without subjectivity, you have understood, and then you find false, then you can discard it. Like the Rajya Sarpa, you can discard it because there's not a Sarpa. You can discard it. That is Shraddha. Shraddha keeps the Vichara going on. Without Shraddha, Vichara doesn't continue, pursue. It doesn't even begin, and then it continues. Avagati Paryantam. Shraddha is the only, is a help, is a strength we have, and then Astikya Buddhihi, Astikata Shraddha, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Pramana Buddhihi, Shastra Vakyeshu Satyatva Buddhihi, Shraddha, and then Mumukshutva. Appaya Dikshita, I have written, Appaya Dikshita says that if Mumukshutva is there clearly, if it is there, if it is functioning, then all this will come. Come means the person will put in effort to have samadhana, the person will put in effort. It will come means it will not come automatically. The effort will come. The effort on the part of the person to be a shantaha, dantaha, viveki, vairagi, that will come. That effort will come. The focus will come. Priority comes. So mumukshutvam is very important according to the Acharya Appaya Dikshita, it is said here. In the Bhagavad Gita we see amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshanti, rajam, acharya, upasanam, shaucham, stairyam, atma, vinigraha, indriyarteshu, vairagyam, anahankaraha, then nityacham samachittatvam, ishtanishtopapatishu, Mayi chananya yogena bhaktiravya vicharini vivikta desha sevitvam aratir jana samsavihi adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam etat jnanamiti proktam ajnanam yatatonya anyatha yadataha or yatataha anyatha. So tattva jnana artha darshanam mokshutvam. Seeing the meaning of the tattva artha, tattva jnana artha, the meaningfulness of the tattva jnana, one becomes the mumukshu. Everybody is a mumukshu in a way, but then it has to be jigyasu. Mumukshutvam, as Swami used to say, that's a quantum leap he used to say. It's a jump, it's a giant jump. The converting the mukshutvam into jigyasutvam. Jigyasa is very important. Jnatamicha, mokhtamicha, all have in a way. But it has to be really jigyasa. In order for me to have moksha, to discover moksha, jnanam is the only means. And for that, vicharaha, sravanadi, jigyasa. So jigyasu, one has to be, that's what is implied by mumukshutvam. The whole person is in this mumukshutva. If the adhikaritva is not there, then Veda is not a pramana, there is no pravritti, samadhamadi, vairagya is not there. Then what Veda says will not understand. And we will dismiss Veda. I have gone through this, I have studied for 10 years, nothing works. It's all bunkam. I will be dismissing. Okay. So adhikaritva is the platform. Purushartha siddhi. Purushartha siddhi brings in the adhikaritva. Adhikaritva siddhi is thereby the pramana siddhi I have. Veda is a pramana. Upanishad is a pramana. Then pursued vichara proceeds. Therefore, adhikaritva without adhikaritva, Vedanta is not a pramana. And then vichara is not there. Without vichara, jnana is not there. Without jnana, ajnana nivritti is not there. Without ajnana nivritti, adhyasa nivritti is not there. Without adhyasa nivritti, anartha nivritti is not there. Samsara nivritti is not there. There will be suffering, there will be sorrow only, there will be fear only. Therefore, adhikaritva is very, very important. So, Bhashyakara emphasis here. Teshu hi satsu pragapi dharma jijnasayaha urdhvam cha sakyate brahma jijnasitum jnatum cha na viparyaye tasmat atashabdena yatokta sadhana sampatti anantaryam upadishyate. We'll continue. Om Sanno mitrasam varunaha Sanno bhavat varyama Sanna indro brihaspatihi Sanno vishnurkramaha Namo brahmane namaste vayo Tvameva pratyaksham brahmasi Tvameva pratyaksham brahmavadisham ritamavadisham satyamavadisham tanmamavit Sarvattaramaavit avit mam avit vattaram. Om Shanti 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 Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahabhiryam Karavavagai Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti 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 Yaschandasam Rishabho Visvarupaha Chandobhyodyamritaat Sambhabhuva Samendro Medhaya Aspranotu Amritasya devadharano bhuyasam shariram me vicharshanam jihva me madhumattama karna abhyam bhuri visruvam brahmana kososi medhaya pitaha shrutam me gopaya. Om Shanti 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 Aham Vrikshasya Reriva Kirtis Prishtan Gireriva Urdhvapavitro Vajiva Samritasmi Savachasam Sumedha Amrito Shitaha Iti Trisankor Vedanu Vachanam. Om Shanti 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 Namadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti 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 Apyayantu mamangani va pranaschakshushrotramatho balamindri nicha sarvani sarvam brahmaupanishadam माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु प्रते य उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः वां मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविरावीर्म एधि वेदस्य मआणीस्थः श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहो रात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामावीत् अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः भद्रं नो अपि वाक्यमनः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागुंसस्तनूभिः यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तगुंहदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंकरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वतिजाग्रदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्ताः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः प्रतिवाययेष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरायनलो नीलोऽम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदम् यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदम् यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ज्ञानाच्च सङ्कीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेतत् पुनरष्टदा ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णम् सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवन दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जनन मरण दुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले शिष्या गुरुर्युवा शिष्यास्त्वच्छिन्न संशयाः निधये सर्ववेद्यानां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। उपरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। व्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वशिष्ठान्ते वसदृषिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे अङ्गुष्ठतर्जनीयोगमुद्रा व्याजेन देहिनां श्रुत्यर्थं ब्रह्मजीवैक्यं दर्शयन्नोऽवतात् शिवः वाणि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिं स्मृतिमात्रेण ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वान्नित्यकल्याणवरदत्वाच्च ब्रह्मतन्मङ्गलं विदुः ओङ्कारश्चाथ शब्दश्च द्वावेतौ ब्रह्मणः पुरा कण्ठं भित्त्वा मनिर्यातौ तस्मात् माङ्गलिकावुभौ ॐ अथ